Chosen one, hear this now. The final step is near, and it's closer than you realize. The season of waiting, of preparation, is almost over, and what you've been waiting for is about to unfold. You stand at the threshold of something powerful, something that will shift your life forever. Only one night remains between you and the divine breakthrough God has ordained for you. This is not a time to shrink back or hesitate. It's a time to rise and take hold of everything that has been promised to you. The door is about to open, and the world on the other side will never be the same because of you. The struggles you've faced, the setbacks you've endured, have been a part of the preparation for this very moment. Every tear you've shed, every heartache, every trial has been shaping you into the person you need to be, to walk in the fullness of God's promise. What may have seemed like loss was actually a divine setup for victory. God has been with you, even when you couldn't see it. He has been molding you, refining you, and strengthening you for what lies ahead. The trials have not been meant to break you, but to build you, to make you stronger and more prepared for the abundant life that is waiting just beyond this night. In the quiet moments, when it felt like nothing was happening, God was working behind the scenes. Even when you couldn't see the evidence, He was aligning things in your favor. And now, as you stand on the edge of this new beginning, know this: the time of waiting is over. God is about to pour out His favor upon you in ways that will leave you in awe. The promises He made to you will be realized, and you will walk into your divine destiny with clarity and confidence. This is the moment you've been prepared for, the moment you will look back on as the turning point that shifted everything. The breakthrough that is coming is not just a small change, it is a transformation. Everything that has been out of alignment in your life is about to come into divine order. Relationships that were fractured will begin to heal. Finances that were once a struggle will begin to overflow. Your health, once shaken by doubt or fear, will begin to align with divine wholeness. This is the time when God will restore, renew, and refresh you. No longer will you walk in the shadows of your past. You will step boldly into the light of the future He has planned for you. You may not fully understand everything that is about to unfold, but trust this: God's plan for your life is greater than anything you could imagine. He has been preparing you, equipping you, and empowering you for what's to come. The moments that once felt like failures are now being used as stepping stones to propel you forward. Your past will no longer define you. It will be the testimony of God's goodness and faithfulness. What seemed like obstacles were only tools in the hands of the Almighty, and now, as you step into this final moment, everything will make sense. You will see how God has been orchestrating every detail of your life to bring you to this divine intersection. You stand now on the verge of divine acceleration. Everything that has seemed slow or stagnant is about to speed up. The doors that have been closed will now open wide, and the opportunities you've been waiting for will come quickly. It's not a time to question or doubt. It's a time to take action. As God begins to move, you must move with Him. He is opening doors, and all you need to do is walk through. This is the season of your manifestation, the season where the promises you've been holding on to will suddenly become your reality. If this message spoke to your spirit, hit that like button now. Subscribe and stay aligned with the powerful divine shifts ahead. Comment 55 below to affirm your step into divine alignment and breakthrough. Do not allow fear to grip you as you approach this final step. Fear has no place in the life of the chosen one. You have been equipped with everything you need to succeed. The power of the Holy Spirit is within you, guiding you, strengthening you, and pushing you forward. You are not walking into the unknown alone. God is with you, and He will never leave you or forsake you. Every step you take in faith will be met with His provision, His favor, and His strength. This is the moment where you stand tall, knowing that nothing can stop the plan of God for your life. As the final step approaches, remember that this is a time of full surrender. Everything you have been holding on to, fear, doubt, insecurity, must be released. You must be ready to walk forward in complete trust. God is calling you to step into the fullness of His will, and there is nothing in this world that can compare to the life He has prepared for you. This final step will not be a small leap. It will be a giant step into your destiny. A step that will propel you into the fullness of everything God has promised you. Chosen one, as you prepare to take that final step, you must realize that this is not merely a moment of transition. It is a moment of divine alignment. God is not only opening doors for you, but He is positioning you exactly where you need to be in order to walk in your purpose. This alignment is not by chance. It is the result of your faithfulness, your obedience, and the trust you've placed in Him. The promises you've held on to are about to be manifested, and this alignment will ensure that everything falls into place perfectly. Everything you've been through has led you here, and now the pieces will come together in ways that will astonish you. In this moment, God is inviting you to let go of the past. Every doubt, every regret, every mistake, you must leave it all behind. The old things are passing away, and the new is coming. You cannot step into the fullness of what God has for you while carrying the weight of what was. This final step requires total surrender. It requires you to trust God with everything, your past, your present, and your future. As you step forward in faith, you will feel the weight lift off your shoulders. God is doing a new thing, and the old will no longer hold power over you. You will walk into your new season with confidence, knowing that the best is yet to come. This final step is also a step of boldness. You are not called to play small, chosen one. God is calling you to rise up with the strength and authority He has placed within you. You were not created to hide or to shrink back. You were created to shine, to lead, and to take dominion. This is your moment to step into the fullness of your calling, to stand tall and proclaim the victory that God has already secured for you. As you take this step, know that the favor of God will go before you, and you will walk into a season where you will not only receive, but also distribute blessings to those around you. In this season, the obstacles that once seemed insurmountable will no longer stand in your way. The barriers that held you back will now crumble at your feet. This is the season of divine breakthrough. What once was impossible will now become possible. There is no wall too high, no challenge too great, no enemy too strong to stand against you. As you take this final step, you are walking into a place of victory where the impossible becomes your reality. Every limitation that once held you captive will be shattered, and you will experience freedom like never before. God is doing a work in you that will not only impact your life, but will have ripple effects on the world around you. As you step into this final season, you will begin to see the fruit of your labor. Your influence will grow, your reach will expand, and your impact will increase. What was once a whisper of hope in your heart will now become a powerful force of change. Your life will serve as a beacon, a light that draws others to the truth of God's goodness, faithfulness, and power. As you walk boldly into this next phase, you will see how God uses you to bring transformation to those around you. You will also begin to notice the shift in your inner peace. The worries, the anxieties, and the fears that once plagued you will begin to fade away. God is replacing them with His peace, peace that surpasses understanding, peace that guards your heart and mind. No longer will you be tossed to and fro by the storms of life. You will walk in a calm assurance, knowing that your steps are ordered by the Lord. His presence will be your constant companion, and with every step you take, you will feel His peace envelop you, guiding you into the fullness of His will. As you take this final step, remember that it is not about what you can do, but about what God is doing through you. This is His work, and He is using you as His vessel. He has already equipped you with everything you need to succeed. His grace is sufficient for you, and His power is made perfect in your weakness. You are not walking this journey alone. The Creator of the universe is walking with you, empowering you to accomplish what He has set before you. Trust in His strength, rely on His wisdom, and walk forward with the confidence that He is leading you every step of the way. Chosen one, this is your moment. The promises are no longer distant dreams. They are right here within your grasp. Your breakthrough is not coming, it is already here. God is simply waiting for you to take that final step into His perfect will. The final step requires faith. Faith in God's promises, faith in His timing, and faith in His provision. Step forward now with boldness, knowing that the best is yet to come, and everything you've waited for is about to manifest. Trust in His process, for what God has for you is greater than anything you could have imagined. Chosen one, now that you are standing on the edge of your divine breakthrough, it is time to fully embrace the weight of what God is about to do in your life. This is not just about receiving a blessing, it is about becoming a living testimony to God's faithfulness and power. The fulfillment of his promises will not only transform your life, but will also serve as a beacon of hope for others who are waiting for their own breakthrough. You are being raised up for such a time as this, to be a witness to the world of God's ability to do the impossible. As you step into this new season, your life will become a living proof of the power of faith and obedience. But as you take this step, remember that it comes with great responsibility. The blessings you will receive are not just for you to keep, they are meant to be shared, to be poured out to those around you. You have been chosen to be a vessel through which God's love, grace, and provision flow. The gifts He has given you are meant to impact the lives of others, to bring them closer to Him, and to demonstrate His goodness in tangible ways. As you step into your new season, you are not just walking into blessings, you are walking into a divine calling to be a blessing. The final step is not just about material abundance, it is about the full restoration of everything the enemy has stolen. You will experience a restoration that goes beyond what you have lost. It will be a restoration that exceeds what you could have ever hoped for. What you have endured, the pain you've carried, the seasons of lack and struggle, God is turning all of it around. He is not just bringing you back to where you were, He is bringing you into a place of overflow, a place where His blessings will be more than enough. This is a season of divine recovery, where everything you thought was lost is being restored with interest. There will be challenges along the way, chosen one. As you move forward, there will be voices that try to pull you back, people who will doubt your progress and circumstances that may seem discouraging. But you must remain focused and steadfast. The enemy will try to distract you, but he cannot stop what God has already ordained. The breakthrough that is coming is not contingent on the opinions of others or the obstacles that lie ahead. It is already yours because God has declared it so. Do not let the distractions of the enemy cause you to hesitate or turn back. Keep your eyes fixed on God, for He is the one who will bring you through. Your faith, chosen one, is the key that unlocks the doors before you. You must continue to trust God even when the path seems unclear. There will be moments when you will have to step out in faith, not knowing exactly what lies ahead, but knowing that God is with you every step of the way. This final step is a step of trust. Trust that God will fulfill every promise He has made to you. Trust that He will never leave you nor forsake you. Trust that His plans for you are good and that He will complete the work He has started in your life. As you move forward, remember that God's timing is perfect. What may seem delayed is actually part of the process that God is using to prepare you for the fullness of your blessing. This final step is not about rushing, it is about trusting God's perfect timing. He knows the exact moment when everything will come into place. Rest in the knowledge that God is never late. His promises will come to pass at the appointed time, and when they do, you will see the beauty and the perfection of His plan unfold before your eyes. Chosen one, do not be afraid to step into the unknown. God is calling you to a place of greater faith, greater boldness, and greater victory. The challenges that once intimidated you will now be opportunities for God to show His power in your life. You will look back at the moments that once seemed impossible, and you will see how God has used them to prepare you for what lies ahead. This final step is not just the end of a season. It is the beginning of a new chapter in your life, a chapter of divine favor, prosperity, and abundance. Trust that the journey ahead will be filled with victories, breakthroughs, and testimonies of God's goodness. And finally, as you step into your new season, let your heart remain humble. The blessings that are coming your way are not a result of your own efforts or abilities. They are a gift from God. Recognize that everything you have is because of His grace, and let that gratitude guide you through this next phase of your journey. The more you honor God with your life, the more He will continue to pour His favor and blessings into your life. Remember, chosen one, that your success is not for your own glory, but for His glory. Let everything you do reflect His goodness and love, so that through you, others will come to know the power and the faithfulness of God. Chosen one, as you prepare to step into the fullness of God's promises, you must remember that this journey is not only about the destination, it is about the transformation that happens along the way. God is using this time to refine you, to shape you into the person He has called you to be. This final step may feel like a leap, but it is also a step of divine elevation. The trials you've faced, the tests you've endured, have all been tools in the hands of God, designed to prepare you for the greatness that is to come. You are not who you once were. Through every trial, through every season, God has been molding you, shaping you, and making you ready to walk in the fullness of His calling. Understand, chosen one, that this transformation is not about your own strength. It is about God's strength being made perfect in your weakness. The very things you thought were limitations are the very things God is using to propel you forward. You are stronger now because of the trials you've faced. You are wiser now because of the lessons you've learned. You are more resilient now because of the challenges you've overcome. The person you are today is prepared to walk into a future that is beyond anything you ever thought possible. And as you take this final step, know that it is not by your might or power, but by the Spirit of God, that you are being lifted to a new place. Now you must step forward with full confidence in the God who has carried you through every season. This is not the time to doubt or second-guess what God is doing in your life. This is the time to move with the assurance that He is faithful to complete the work He has begun. Every promise He made to you is coming to pass, and there is nothing that can stop it. The fear and uncertainty that once held you captive will no longer have a hold on you. You are stepping into your season of freedom, a season where you are fully aligned with God's will and purpose for your life. Nothing will be able to hinder what God has ordained for you. The moment you step forward, you will feel the weight of the world lift from your shoulders. You have carried burdens that were never meant for you to bear, but as you walk into this new season, God is going to exchange your burden for His peace. The struggles that once seemed insurmountable will now be handled with ease. The obstacles that once seemed impossible to overcome will now fall before you as you walk in the divine favor of God. This is the time of divine acceleration, where everything that once seemed delayed is now moving swiftly into alignment with God's plan for your life. Chosen one, the world around you may not understand the transformation that is taking place within you, but that is because they cannot see what God has been doing behind the scenes. This is a spiritual work that is unfolding in your life, and soon the world will see the fruit of God's labor. Your transformation will be undeniable. People will see the favor of God on your life, and they will know that something supernatural is taking place. Your life will become a living testimony of the power of God to restore, to heal, and to elevate. You will become a beacon of hope to those around you, a shining example of what happens when one chooses to trust in the promises of God. But even as you walk in this new season, there will be challenges ahead. The enemy will try to distract you, to throw you off course, but you must remain focused on God's voice. You are not alone in this journey. The Holy Spirit is guiding you every step of the way, empowering you to walk in victory. No weapon formed against you will prosper. The challenges that come your way will only serve to strengthen you and to reveal the glory of God in your life. Keep moving forward with confidence, knowing that God is with you and His plan will never fail. As you step into this new season, it is important to keep a heart of gratitude. The promises you are about to walk into are not because of your own efforts, but because of the grace and mercy of God. The favor you are receiving is a gift from Him, and the more you remain humble and thankful, the more He will continue to pour His blessings into your life. Your attitude of gratitude will open doors for even greater favor to be released. Thankfulness will keep your heart aligned with God's will and will keep you grounded in His peace. Chosen one, the time has come to walk into your divine destiny. You were made for this moment. You were called for such a time as this. The promises God has made to you are now coming to fruition, and you are about to experience a breakthrough that will change everything. The old has passed away, and the new is here. Step forward in faith, knowing that God is going before you to prepare the way. The journey ahead will be filled with blessings, but it will also be filled with opportunities for you to be a blessing to others. Your life will be a reflection of God's glory, and through you, others will come to know His love, His power, and His faithfulness. Chosen one, as you step into this divine season, understand that you are not just entering a new chapter of your life. You are entering a new realm of divine authority. The promises of God are not just for your benefit, they are for the expansion of His kingdom. You have been chosen for such a time as this, and now, as you walk in His favor, you will find that your life will become a powerful force of transformation. What God is doing in you, He is also doing through you. You are a vessel of His grace, and as He pours out His blessings on you, those around you will experience the overflow. You will be positioned to lead, to inspire, and to impact the world with the power of God. As you embrace this new reality, remember that it is not just about what you receive, but also about what you give. The abundance God is bringing into your life is meant to be shared. It is a blessing to you, but it is also a blessing to others. Whether it's through your time, your resources, or your influence, God is calling you to be a distributor of His blessings. The more you give, the more you will receive. The more you pour out, the more He will pour into you. This is the principle of divine multiplication. As you walk in obedience to God's call, He will multiply your efforts, your impact, and your influence. Your life will become a conduit through which His love and power flow to others. There may be moments in the coming days when you feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of what God is asking you to do. You may wonder if you are truly capable, if you are truly prepared for the task ahead. But know this: God does not call the equipped, He equips the called. You have everything you need to succeed because you have the power of the Holy Spirit living within you. The strength you need is not your own. It is God's strength working through you. He has already gone before you to prepare the way, and He will continue to guide you every step of the way. There is nothing that you will face that God has not already prepared you for. As you step into your divine purpose, there will be resistance. The enemy will try to distract you, discourage you, and deter you from moving forward. But you must not be afraid. You have been given authority in the name of Jesus, and nothing can stand against the power of God in your life. Every weapon formed against you will not prosper. Every attack will fail. You are more than a conqueror through Christ who strengthens you. The battles you face will only serve to demonstrate the power of God working in you, and every victory you experience will bring glory to His name. This is a season where you will begin to see things in the spiritual realm shift in your favor. What once seemed impossible will now be within your reach. The doors that were once closed to you will suddenly swing wide open. Opportunities that you thought were out of your grasp will now be brought to you on a silver platter. Your faith has brought you to this moment, and now your faith will propel you into a future filled with abundance, favor, and purpose. The things that seemed unattainable are now yours for the taking. Trust that God is making a way for you, even when it seems like there is no way. His favor is making all things possible. The shift that is happening in your life is not just external, it is internal as well. You are being transformed from the inside out. Your mind, your heart, your spirit, everything is being renewed to align with the will of God for your life. The doubts that once held you back are being replaced with confidence in His promises. The fear that once paralyzed you is being replaced with boldness and courage to step into the unknown. As you trust in God's plan, you will begin to see your identity in Christ come alive in new ways. You are no longer the person you once were. You are a new creation, called to walk in the fullness of His divine purpose. This season is also a season of deep intimacy with God. As you step into the fullness of your calling, you will find that your relationship with Him grows deeper than ever before. You will experience a new level of revelation, where the mysteries of God's kingdom are revealed to you in ways you never imagined. You will hear His voice more clearly, and you will experience His presence more tangibly. God is inviting you into a deeper relationship with Him, one that will empower you to walk in your divine purpose with clarity and confidence. The closer you draw to Him, the more you will understand your purpose and the role you are meant to play in His plan. Chosen one, everything you've been through has prepared you for this moment. The trials, the tests, the seasons of waiting, each one has been a building block that has shaped you into the person you are today. Now, as you step into the fullness of your destiny, remember that every challenge you face will be an opportunity for you to demonstrate the power of God in your life. You will not be defeated. You will not be stopped. You will walk in victory, and as you do, you will draw others to the light of Christ. The glory of God will be revealed through your life, and others will see the power of His promises at work in you. Chosen one, as you walk boldly into the future God has prepared for you, you must understand that the path ahead will require you to keep moving forward in faith, even when the way seems unclear. There will be moments of uncertainty, times when it feels like the promise is distant, but remember this: God's promises are sure, and His timing is perfect. Even in moments when you cannot see the full picture, trust that He is working behind the scenes. Everything that you need will be provided at the right time, and every step you take in obedience will bring you closer to the fulfillment of His plan. Your faith in these moments will pave the way for the next breakthrough. The power of God's promises in your life is not dependent on your circumstances, but on His faithfulness. It's easy to trust God when things are going well, but it is in the tough times, the moments of uncertainty, that your trust in Him will be tested and refined. You may feel as though the enemy is closing in on all sides, but you must hold fast to the truth that God has already won the victory for you. The battles you are facing are already resolved in the spiritual realm, and it is your faith that activates the victory here on earth. Keep your eyes fixed on Him and know that He is leading you into victory, no matter how challenging the path may seem. As you walk through this final step, remember that God is not only doing something in you, but He is also doing something through you. This season is not just about your personal blessing. It is about the impact you will have on others. God is positioning you to be a beacon of light in the darkness, to be a source of hope to those who are struggling. The abundance and favor that are flowing into your life are not meant to be hoarded. They are meant to be shared. Your testimony, your victory, your breakthrough will inspire others to step into their own divine destiny. You will be a living example of what happens when one chooses to trust in God's promises. There will be moments when you may feel inadequate or unqualified for what God is calling you to do, but know this: God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. You are more than enough because He is with you. Every gift, every ability, every resource you need will be provided by God. He has already equipped you for this moment. The purpose He has placed on your life is greater than your own ability, and His power is made perfect in your weakness. You do not have to rely on your own strength. You can rely on His strength to carry you through every challenge. You are walking into a season of divine acceleration, chosen one. What once took years, what once felt impossible, is about to happen quickly. God is speeding up the process in your life, and what you once thought would take decades is going to unfold in a matter of months. The time of waiting is over, and now it's time for the manifestation of God's promises. What you've believed for, what you've hoped for, will come to fruition faster than you could have ever imagined. This is the season of the suddenly, the time when the promises of God will be fulfilled in a moment, and you will be amazed at how quickly everything falls into place. Even in the midst of this acceleration, you must remember that God's work in your life is not a race, it is a journey. The speed with which God moves may take you by surprise, but it will always be perfectly timed. Every step you take, every decision you make, will be led by the hand of God. He will provide wisdom when you need it, strength when you are weary, and courage when you feel afraid. The journey ahead will be marked by His presence, and as you walk in His will, you will find that everything you need is already being provided for you. You may encounter people who will not understand the changes happening in your life. Some may try to hold you back, or they may question the direction you are taking, but do not allow their doubt or negativity to sway you. God has placed a calling on your life that cannot be stopped by the opinions of others. Stay focused on His voice and trust in the path He has set before you. You are not here to please man. You are here to fulfill the purpose that God has given you. The approval you need comes from God, and as you walk in His favor, you will see that He is opening doors that no one can shut. As you move forward, remember that every breakthrough, every promise, every victory is a testimony of God's goodness. The world will look at your life and see the evidence of His power and faithfulness. You are walking in a time of divine favor, where every door is being opened, every prayer is being answered, and every promise is being fulfilled. This is the time for you to rise up, to take hold of everything that God has given you, and to step into your divine purpose with boldness and confidence. Your life will reflect the glory of God, and through you, the world will see His power and His love. Chosen one, as you stand on the edge of this divine transformation, know that you are entering into a season of both fulfillment and elevation. Everything you've believed for, everything you've hoped for, is finally coming to pass. God is not only fulfilling His promises to you, but He is elevating you to a place of greater influence, greater impact, and greater responsibility. This is not the time to look back or second-guess your journey. The time for hesitation has passed. You are being called to walk forward with boldness, knowing that the best is yet to come. Every step you take will be a step into the fullness of what God has already prepared for you. As you take this step, you will begin to see the harvest of the seeds you've sown. The work you've done in silence, the prayers you've prayed in secret, and the sacrifices you've made are all coming to fruition. The season of waiting has ended, and now is the time to reap what you've sown. You will begin to see blessings unfold in ways you never thought possible. This is a season of divine recompense, where God is not just restoring what was lost, but giving you more than you ever imagined. Your cup is about to overflow, and you will walk into blessings that exceed your expectations. But remember, chosen one, the blessings you are receiving are not just for your personal gain, they are for the expansion of God's kingdom. Your life is meant to be a testimony to others, a shining example of God's goodness, favor, and faithfulness. The abundance you're walking into is not just about you being blessed, it's about you being a blessing to those around you. As you walk in the favor of God, He will use you to touch lives, to open doors for others, and to bring people closer to Him. The influence you gain in this season is not for your glory, but for His. With this new elevation comes greater responsibility. You are called to be a leader, not just in your own life, but in the lives of others. God has equipped you with everything you need to lead with wisdom, with grace, and with humility. As you step into this leadership role, remember that true leadership is about serving others, guiding them, and pointing them to Christ. The influence you have is a gift, and it must be used to lift others up, to encourage them, and to help them walk into their own divine purpose. You are being positioned to lead with integrity, with compassion, and with the love of God. As you step into this season, trust that God will continue to guide you. Every decision you make will be divinely inspired, and every path you walk will be aligned with His perfect will. There will be moments when the path ahead seems unclear, but trust that God's guidance is with you every step of the way. When you feel unsure, turn to Him for direction. His word is a lamp to your feet and a light to your path. Lean on His wisdom, His understanding, and His timing, knowing that He will never lead you astray. Chosen one, as you walk in this new season, there will be opportunities for you to step into places you never imagined. The doors that once seemed closed to you will now open wide. The dreams that seemed out of reach will now be within your grasp. God is not just fulfilling your dreams, He is exceeding them. What you thought was impossible will become your reality. You are entering a season where your wildest dreams will be surpassed by the divine favor of God. This is a season of divine acceleration, where everything you've waited for will begin to unfold quickly. What once seemed like a long road ahead is now a direct path to the promises of God. As you walk forward, remember that God is preparing you for even greater things. This is not the end of the journey, it is just the beginning. What you are experiencing now is only a taste of what is to come. The promises you are walking in today will lead to even greater promises in the future. God is not finished with you yet. There are more victories to win, more lives to touch, and more breakthroughs to experience. This is a journey of constant growth, constant increase, and constant transformation. The best is truly yet to come. Chosen one, as you continue on this path, know that you are not alone. God is with you, and His presence will guide you every step of the way. The Holy Spirit will empower you to walk in boldness, in confidence, and in victory. Your life is marked by His grace, His favor, and His love. As you continue to walk in His will, you will see the promises of God unfold before your eyes in ways you never dreamed possible. This is your moment. Step into it with faith, knowing that you are walking in the fullness of all God has promised. If this message empowered you, hit that like button now. Subscribe to stay in alignment with the prophetic promises ahead. Comment 55 below to seal this moment of divine alignment and breakthrough. Chosen one, as you stand on the edge of this incredible journey, take a moment to reflect on all that God has prepared for you. The path ahead is not just one of blessings, it is a path of divine purpose, one that is designed for you to walk in the fullness of His will. Everything that you have been through has led you to this point. Every trial, every test, every victory, and every setback. God has used each moment to prepare you for the greatness that lies ahead. Now is the time for you to step into the promises He has been building in your life, the promises that are not just for your benefit, but for the expansion of His kingdom. You are a vessel for His glory, and this moment is not just about personal fulfillment, it is about impacting the world with the power and love of God. As you move forward, trust that you are walking with the Creator of the universe. He is guiding you, leading you, and preparing the way ahead of you. The obstacles that once seemed insurmountable will no longer be a threat to you. The doors that were once closed are now wide open, and everything you've hoped for, everything you've prayed for, is beginning to fall into place. This is not a time for hesitation or fear. It is a time to walk boldly into what God has already ordained for you. Every step you take is one of faith, and as you take these steps, God will continue to align your path, accelerate your progress, and provide every need along the way. The weight you've carried for so long, the struggles and the burdens, are being replaced with peace and purpose. You are stepping into a season of rest, a rest that comes from knowing that everything you need has already been provided by God. This is not a season of striving or fighting for what you want. This is a season of surrender and trust in God's perfect timing. As you release your fears, your doubts, and your uncertainties, you will find a supernatural peace that surpasses all understanding. Trust that God is in control, and He is leading you to a place of abundance, favor, and fulfillment. Know, chosen one, that this is just the beginning. What you are about to step into is only the first chapter of a new and extraordinary story. The promises of God are not one-time events. They are the foundation for a life that will continue to be marked by His goodness, His favor, and His love. You are walking into a season of divine acceleration, where what once took years to accomplish will happen in a fraction of the time. What once seemed like a distant dream is now becoming your reality. God is moving quickly, and He is bringing everything into alignment at just the right moment. As you walk forward, know that the best is yet to come, and this is only the beginning of the abundance and favor that will follow you for the rest of your life. In these final moments, take a deep breath and step forward with the full assurance that God has already gone ahead of you. Everything that you need is already in place. The people, the resources, the opportunities, they are all being positioned for your success. All you need to do now is walk in obedience, trust His process, and know that He is with you every step of the way. Your life is about to enter a new chapter, and as you step into this divine purpose, you will see God move in ways that will take your breath away. He will do immeasurably more than you could ask or imagine.